Around the world, there are women whose physical features are so rare, they seem almost unbelievable. These extraordinary women were born different, and instead of hiding, they've become living proof that uniqueness is power. From record-breaking heights to conditions you may have never heard of, their stories will leave you inspired and amazed. Today, we'll meet 10 of the rarest women with unique physical features in the world. Are you new in this video? Click subscribe and hit notification bell, so let's get started. At just 22 years old, Gilvanide Martins from Rio Grande do Norte, Brazil, captured international attention not for fame or fortune, but because of a rare and deeply personal physical condition. With feet that have grown to extraordinary proportions, she has never been able to wear shoes in her life. Doctors attribute her condition to a form of lymphatic filariasis, commonly known as elephantiasis, which causes chronic swelling and continues to progress over time. Gilvanide bravely navigates daily life barefoot, pursuing simple joys like attending parties and dressing up, without ever being able to match her outfits with footwear. "I always go out barefoot," she says, capturing both her resilience and the small heartbreaks of her everyday reality. Despite the physical and emotional challenges, her spirit shines through. Her story is more than a tale of physical difference. It's a testament to human strength and hope. Though doctors say there's little that can be done to halt the growth of her feet, Gilvanide dreams simply. She wants to wear a fashionable pair of high heels one day. In that singular wish lies not only a longing for normalcy, but a profound statement of identity, self-expression, and dreams undeterred by circumstance. Imagine being born with no arms or legs, an unimaginable reality that many wouldn't survive. Yet Amy Brooks did just that. Born with a rare condition called congenital tetraphocamelia. Abandoned by her biological parents, she was miraculously adopted as an infant by the loving Brooks family in Pittsburgh. Despite immense odds, Amy's early life was not defined by what she lacked, but by how boldly she adapted. She taught herself to write with a pen between her head and shoulder, to text with her lips, and when speed is essential, even using her tongue. She moves around by scooting or using a wheelchair, turning everyday tasks into acts of ingenuity. Amy has become a skilled and creative soul, learning to sew, cooking, taking photographs, and even working as a digital editor, often using her mouth, chin, or small extension of her arm. Her YouTube channel, How Does She Do It?, shares her inventive methods for routine tasks, fully self-produced and honest. Beyond her artistry, Amy is a motivational speaker and author, writing autobiographies like Unseen Arms and speaking with warmth, humor, and unwavering faith. Her message resonates deeply. Every person has purpose, and our challenges don't define us. They refine us. Amy Brooks isn't just surviving, she's thriving, inspiring millions with her belief that attitude determines altitude, and proving that disability doesn't limit one's ability to live a rich, fulfilled life. At 22, Emily Green faced an unimaginable discovery. She was born with Mayer-Rokitansky-Kuster-Hauser (MRKH) syndrome, a rare condition affecting 1 in every 4,500 to 5,000 individuals. Simply put, Emily entered the world without a fully formed uterus or vagina, though she does have both ovaries and experiences normal hormonal function. Her diagnosis at age 16 brought overwhelming emotions, shame, humiliation, and a deep sense of being less than. Those wounded feelings were hard to bear, especially when it felt like affirming her identity as a woman was out of reach. Initially, Emily tried non-surgical dilation, but after 18 months without success, she opted for the Vecchietti procedure, a surgically created vaginal canal. It was an agonizing and excruciating journey, but ultimately a turning point toward healing. Today, Emily speaks openly through her blog and video appearances, thriving within a community of women who share MRKH. She affirms, this condition is part of her story. It doesn't define or diminish her. Supported by her loved ones and her own resilience, she actively helps others understand that having MRKH doesn't make someone any less of a woman. Born in the late 1980s in South Dinapur, West Bengal, Siddiqa Parveen emerged as one of the most extraordinary human beings ever recorded, not for fame or glory, but for a rare and life-altering condition. By her teenage years, she had begun a relentless and abnormal growth spurt, rooted in a pituitary gland tumor that triggered gigantism, pushing her to an astonishing height of around 7'8" and 234 em, and a weight reaching 130 kg. For years, Siddika was homebound. Her extraordinary stature fractured her spine, made walking nearly impossible, and left her confined in a life-sized house that literally could not contain her. Medical access was a luxury beyond reach, and her family struggled just to meet her dietary needs. Her turning point came in 2014 when surgeons at AIIMS in New Delhi performed a groundbreaking operation to remove the brain tumor through her nasal passage, an intensely complex endoscopic procedure made even more challenging by her size. The procedure was successful. It stopped her growth and prevented the imminent collapse of her skeleton or loss of vision. Despite her newfound respite, Siddika's journey remained far from over. She faced shattered mobility, spinal fractures, and a deep psychosocial crisis, a result of years of isolation and physical hardship. She never received a formal education and spoke only Bengali, which made accessing proper care even more daunting. In 2024, at the age of 36, Siddika Parveen passed away. Her story, however, continues to resonate as a powerful reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of compassion, awareness, and inclusive healthcare for those living with rare conditions. Meet Taylor Clement, often known as the girl who can't smile. Born in New Zealand with an ultra-rare neurological condition called Mobius syndrome, she lives with facial paralysis. Her eyebrows and upper lip don't move, and her eyes can't track side to side, making a conventional smile impossible. Her childhood was defined by cruel bullying. Kids subjected her to relentless taunts, even placing plastic bags over her head. The emotional scars ran deep. At just 11, she underwent a risky 8-hour surgery, transplanting tissue from her leg to her face in hopes of enabling her to smile, but it failed, leaving her more devastated than before. By high school, her mental health had plummeted. She endured up to 10 dissociative seizures a day, was diagnosed with severe depression, anxiety, PTSD, and made multiple attempts to take her life. Yet, Taylor found her footing through therapy, self-development, and embracing her unique identity. Today, she's a proud para-athlete, a motivational speaker, and a rising modeling talent represented by Zebedee Talent, an agency dedicated to inclusive and visible difference representation. With a dedicated following on social media under The Girl Who Can't Smile, Taylor embodies resilience, self-acceptance, and empowerment. She champions the belief that being different isn't broken. It's beautifully powerful. You see in this picture name, Clara Biggs, a woman who became known for her unusually large ears, a rare and eye-catching feature that makes her stand out anywhere she goes. Many people are amazed at how unique her appearance is, with some even joking that she might hear sounds from miles away. Despite the attention, Clara embraces her look and has become a symbol of how being different can also be extraordinary. What can you say about this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Yuljana Semjonova is one of the greatest figures in women's basketball and among the tallest female athletes in history. Born in Latvia in 1952, she stood at an incredible 213 centimeters, or 6 feet 11 inches, a height that made her nearly unbeatable on the court. She was also famous for her enormous shoe size, the largest ever recorded in women's basketball. During the 1970s and 80s, Semjonova dominated the sport as the star center for the Soviet Union. She led her team to 2 Olympic gold medals in 1976 and 1980, along with multiple world and European championships. With her towering presence and unstoppable skills, she became a legend who rarely tasted defeat. Her influence went far beyond her playing years. Uljana was inducted into both the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame and the FIBA Hall of Fame, cementing her place in history. Even today, she is remembered not only for her extraordinary height, but also as one of the most dominant players women's basketball has ever seen. Molly Duongdi from Thailand was once recognized by Guinness World Records as the tallest woman in the world. She was born with a pituitary gland tumor, a condition that caused her body to release excessive growth hormones, leading to extreme and uncontrollable height. Over the years, Molly grew to a remarkable 212 centimeters, or nearly 7 feet tall, making her not only the tallest woman in Thailand, but also one of the tallest ever recorded. While her extraordinary height made her famous, it also came with heavy burdens. Ma Li suffered from poor eyesight, joint pain, and heart problems, all linked to her condition. She lived a quiet life in her hometown of Trat Province, where many locals admired her strength and often supported her through donations to help with medical expenses. Despite her struggles, she was described as a kind and humble young woman who dreamed of living a normal life. Sadly, in 2016, at just 24 years old, Ma Li passed away after suffering a fatal heart attack at a local hospital. Her early death was a devastating reminder of the toll that gigantism can take on the body. Today, she is remembered not only for her record-breaking height, but also for the courage she showed in the face of life's challenges. Our next story takes us on a journey of grace, compassion, and the extraordinary life of Sandy Allen, a woman whose presence was as towering as her heart was gentle. Standing tall at 7 feet 7 inches, Sandy was once known as the tallest woman in the world, a title that brought her both fame and unique challenges. But her story is about so much more than her height. It's a tale of resilience, kindness, and the power of embracing one's true self. It's a story about embracing your uniqueness, using your platform for good, and touching the lives of millions around the world with a message of hope and acceptance. Imagine the challenges Sandy faced, the stares she endured, the world that didn't always seem built for someone her size. Yet, she navigated it all with remarkable grace. But Sandy never let those challenges define her. Instead, she turned them into opportunities to connect with others and spread joy. She met them with grace, humor, and an unwavering spirit that inspired everyone she met. Her laughter was infectious, her spirit indomitable. She used her platform to raise awareness about gigantism, to advocate for others, and to show the world that true beauty comes from within. Her advocacy work was tireless and impactful. Sandy's story is a reminder that we all have something unique to offer the world, regardless of our size, shape, or background. Her life was a testament to the power of individuality. It's about embracing our differences, celebrating our individuality, and using our voices to make a positive impact on the world around us. Sandy showed us how to live authentically. Sandy Allen was a true icon, a gentle giantess who touched the lives of countless people with her kindness, her compassion, and her unwavering spirit. Her legacy continues to inspire. She taught us that true greatness lies not in our physical attributes, but in the size of our hearts and the depth of our compassion. Sandy's life was a beautiful example of this truth. Flo and Kay Lyman are not just identical twins, they are among the rarest people on the planet. Born in the 1950s in the United States, Flo and Kay are the only known female autistic savant twins in the world. While their appearance is identical, what truly sets them apart is what's going on inside their minds. Diagnosed with autism at a young age, the twins struggled with social interactions and communication. But alongside their challenges came extraordinary abilities. Flo and Kay possess photographic memory and can recall the exact date, day of the week, weather, and events of any day in their lives, even decades ago. They are true calendar savants. Their minds work in perfect sync. They are obsessed with order, schedules, and especially TV shows. Their biggest fascination, Dick Clark, the legendary TV host. They memorized everything about his life, his routines, appearances, and even the times he ate or traveled. Their story was featured in documentaries and gained public attention not just for their unique abilities, but for the deep bond they share. Flo and Kay live in their own world, one filled with routines, memory, and love for each other. Despite their condition, they've taught the world that autism doesn't always mean limitation. Sometimes it reveals an incredible and mysterious superpower of the mind. Risikat Aziz is a woman from Ilorin in Kwara State, Nigeria, notable for her natural blue eyes, an extremely rare trait among black individuals of non-Caucasian ancestry. Both of her daughters have also inherited the same eye color. According to an interview with The Punch, Risikat explained that she was born with blue eyes and has never had any vision problems related to them. Neither has she required any medical treatment. No one in her family, on either her mother's or father's side, has this eye color, making her and her daughters uniquely remarkable. Risikat's uncommon eye color quickly attracted media attention. Reportedly, her husband's behavior changed after their daughters were born with the same rare trait. There were allegations that he distanced himself from the family, allegedly due to their blue eyes. However, the husband has publicly denied abandoning the family and insisted that he married her because of her blue eyes, not in spite of them. The ocular genetics at play make Risicat's case especially noteworthy. Blue eyes are typically linked to certain gene variants that are far less common in populations of African descent, where brown eyes predominate. Her naturally blue eyes and those of her children highlight a rare and captivating example of genetic variation and inheritance. Amanda Grice, a young woman from Florida, lives with one of the world's rarest and most misunderstood conditions: persistent genital arousal disorder, or PGAD. Unlike normal desire, PGAD causes constant and uncontrollable arousal, leading Amanda to experience up to 100 orgasms every single day. What many might assume is a blessing quickly turned into a nightmare. The sensations were painful, exhausting, and robbed her of sleep, relationships, and even the simple ability to enjoy life. She once described it as living in a body that's stuck on overdrive, where something meant to bring joy becomes a source of relentless suffering. Determined to find relief, Amanda sought help from medical specialists, eventually working with Dr. Robert Eckenberg. Through a combination of medication and physical therapy, she managed to reduce the severity of her symptoms and reclaim some control over her life. Amanda's bravery in speaking out, featured on shows like Body Bazaar, has raised awareness of PGAD, challenging the stigma around invisible conditions and proving that even the most unimaginable struggles can be faced with courage. Talmesha Jones, a dynamic influencer and entrepreneur from San Antonio, Texas, is redefining beauty on her own terms. Proudly calling herself the mom making stretch marks sexy, Talmesha has become a powerful voice for body positivity, especially for women navigating the changes that come with motherhood. Through her brand, Tigress Beauty Club, and a loyal following of over 75,000 on Instagram, she shares bold and unapologetic posts that celebrate natural bodies, stretch marks, curves, and all. Her content blends fashion, fitness, and empowerment, often showing her love for tennis and active living, while reminding women that confidence is the ultimate style. What sets Talmesha apart is her honesty. She's not selling unrealistic perfection. She's inspiring women to embrace their reality and wear it proudly. By turning what many see as flaws into symbols of strength, she's helping a generation of women rewrite the definition of beauty and proving that true confidence starts from within. Rapunzel, a 14-year-old girl who was born disabled. After she was born, doctors told her mother, Jacqueline, that Rapunzel had a wound on her back and would only live for 7 days. However, the wound healed on its own, and Rapunzel survived. Rapunzel's birth led to her family's rejection. Her family members advised her husband to leave Jacqueline and find a new wife. According to Jacqueline, even her own mother was against her. Due to the fear of people's reactions, Jacqueline would hide Rapunzel when visitors came to their home. A neighbor even suggested that she poison the baby to prevent her from being bullied in society, a suggestion Jacqueline refused. Rapunzel also feels lonely at times because she cannot play with other children who are running around. Rapunzel does not attend school because her family cannot afford the fees and school materials. She desires to attend a school for disabled children, but the fees are more expensive than at a regular school. Despite her disability, Rapunzel helps with household chores, like mopping, cooking, fetching water, and taking care of her younger siblings. Rapunzel wants to become a nun when she gets older, because she sees other people as wicked and believes nuns do not hurt anyone. After seeing Rapunzel's story on Aframax TV, a group from Solution Church organized a charity action to help her and her family. They provided a wheelchair, food items, rice, sugar, milk, cooking oil, soap, a mattress, and clothes for her mother. Both Rapunzel and her parents expressed their happiness and gratitude for the kindness shown by the church group, stating they were not expecting such a thing to happen. The family's father, Philemon, expressed how his daughter had struggled with moving around due to her disability and how touched he was by the group's actions. Meet Jalissa Austin and Chastity Young, two extraordinary women whose shared experiences of living without limbs led to an unbreakable bond. Jalissa, 31, born without arms or knees and with only 7 toes, stands at just 3'4". Despite doctors predicting she'd struggle to lead a normal life, she defied expectations, learning to handle daily tasks like brushing her teeth, texting, and more using her feet. Chastity, 32, lives with tetraamelia syndrome, a rare congenital condition that leaves her without hands and with very short legs. Though their paths were initially separate, a documentary called Born Different brought them together. United by their similar circumstances and shared resilience, they became fast friends. Chastity traveled from Dallas to Houston to meet Jalissa, ending the sense of isolation both had felt for so long. They've learned to ignore public stares, choosing instead to embrace life with positivity and purpose. Jalissa, now planning her wedding, and Chastity, passionately advocating for people with disabilities, both emphasize one powerful message. Everybody tells a story, and theirs is one of strength, friendship, and limitless possibility. These women prove that what makes us different is exactly what makes us extraordinary. From rare conditions to unbelievable traits, each of them reminds us that beauty, strength, and uniqueness come in many forms. Which of these incredible women amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories from around the world. This has been Meet the 10 Rarest Women with Unique Physical Features in the World. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and always celebrate what makes us unique.